Shoppers descend on stores to bag the big bargains. Police are working to identify a man who was struck and killed last night near Dundas and Jarvis. It's the 36th pedestrian death this year. 8 people are sent to hospital after 2 buses collide head-on at Yonge and Steeles. Hi, and welcome to Humber News. I'm Caitlin Patrick, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. It's the most wonderful time of the year again, and with the arrival of the holiday season comes Black Friday. Shoppers are in their sweatpants with flyers in hand, lining up for the annual Black Friday sales. Long lines of customers were seen braving the cold weather in New Jersey and New York for a chance to snag that perfect holiday steal. Some shoppers lined up outside for days before the doors opened. Around 140 million people are expected to shop either online or in store during this year's Black Friday, up 2 million from last year. Black Friday is said to be the best day of the year to shop and to buy electronics and tech toys. TVs were seen flying off the shelves. Shoppers stocking up on 1 or 2 TVs at a Best Buy in New Jersey. The American retail industry is forecast to make more than $600 billion this holiday season. One man is dead and another is injured after a shooting outside a New Jersey shopping center. It happened just a few hours before Black Friday madness in a parking lot of a Macy's department store. Police are still investigating and have marked shell casings near a car with bullet holes. 2 people were shot and a 20-year-old man was killed. It is not clear if the shooting was linked to the annual Black Friday sales. In Toronto, shopping malls were open early this morning for Black Friday deals, but the lines that started weren't all for those sales. A line outside the Foot Locker at the Eaton Center was actually for the new Air Jordan 3 shoes. Black Friday started as a U.S. tradition where Canadians would cross the border for deals. But Canadian stores are trying to keep people in the country and have been going along with the shopping frenzy. Stats Canada show a 30% decrease in same-day trips to the States in November 2015 compared to 2 years before. There's been another pedestrian struck and killed in Toronto. It happened last night at Dundas and Jarvis downtown. It is the latest in a string of accidents involving pedestrians. Toronto police say pedestrian deaths are on the rise in 2016. They say they've reached an 8-year high. Studies show pedestrian deaths represent about 60% of yearly traffic fatalities in Toronto. The Ontario Provincial Police are calling the number of deaths alarming. 8 people are being treated for injuries following a collision involving a York Region transit bus and a motor coach in Richmond Hill. York Regional Police say the injuries are not life-threatening. The collision took place at 5 o'clock this morning in the northbound lanes of Yonge Street, just north of Highway 7. That stretch of road has reopened following a police investigation. There is no word yet on any charges being laid. An Amber Alert has been issued for a 4-year-old Vancouver girl. Police say they believe Delilah Felton has been abducted by her mother.
Delilah's, as I mentioned, she's 4 years old. She's been in the care of a guardian since birth. Her mother does not have custody.
Delilah is described as 4'1", weighs 40 pounds, and has red hair and blue eyes. The alert was issued last night about 7 o'clock. Police say the pair may be traveling together. Overseas now, police in Israel say they have arrested 13 people in connection with a rash of wildfires sweeping the country. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called the incident arson terrorism. Israel has been receiving aid in the form of water bombers and manpower from its allies. Multinational teams have been fighting the fires for the past 3 days. The northern city of Haifa was evacuated on Thursday as one of the blazes tore through its northern area. Strong winds and dry weather have caused the wildfires to move quickly through the region. And in Italy, the problem is with water. The north part of the country has been hit with heavy rains, causing rivers to burst their banks. The country's northwest region has been hardest hit as towns are isolated by a sea of muddy water. One person is believed to have been swept away. Farms have been flooded and at least 25 roads are closed. Here at home, Humber is launching a shiny new studio today. It's aimed at helping teachers, but it's the students who stand to gain the most. Natalie Dixon was there for the opening and has the details.
And in the nick of time, an advanced group of creatives with powerful editing machines have arrived.
The Creative Studio Lakeshore launch party invites everyone to learn more about learning. They offer free services and demos like a green screen today. One of the more exciting features is a light board, which acts as a teaching utensil. It lets students literally see their professor while teaching, which the Center for Teaching and Learning staff say is crucial in the learning experience.
It's essentially what you're looking at is a modern version of or alternative modern version of a whiteboard.
CTL says this is an opportunity to educate yourself in a new and innovative way.
I think the most rewarding part is knowing that students actually enjoy the videos, and I think when you cross the line between enjoyment and education, that's when you're really going to find the material is being absorbed.
The green screen just transported me to Rome, and I was able to eat my pizza in Rome. So it just kind of gave a really great engaging perspective on technology and showing great things in your classroom. You have so many different kinds of learners in your classroom, and so this is a great way to engage and capture everybody's attention.
Humber president says this event shows how the college invests in improving student learning.
So one, we're encouraging innovation in teaching and learning. We're investing in the professional development of our people. We're encouraging the integration of technologies into the curriculum, and we're trying to show that Humber is a leader in terms of adopting these things and providing resources.
CTL continues to create at the Lakeshore campus. They hope to change the way education works with their fun new ideas. Natalie Dixon, Humber News.
A new study shows North American families throw away $25,000 worth of food a year. The World Watch Institute says that's the most food wasted worldwide. Humber College culinary programs work with food all the time and share their tips on how to minimize the food you toss in the trash. Our reporter Sveta Soloveva has the story.
Humber culinary students know how to serve and cook upscale dishes, but what do they know about food waste?
I don't think a lot of people know about those things. They automatically just assume, okay, I'm done with it, toss it out, there's nothing I can really do. They don't think of the little things that can be done with it.
World Watch Institute estimates that an average New Jersey family tosses out 2,500 worth of food in a year, while the average person throws out around 20 pounds of food in a month. 30% of food worldwide is never eaten, and 2 billion of people could be fed by that amount of food. Chef Trevor Maynard says he is not surprised by that result. The reason is, today American countries have a rich variety of food.
We are the lucky ones living in North America, right? We have ample product at our disposal, and the world has shrunk, so we can get any product from anywhere in the world.
Maynard says his students learn all the necessary skills of preventing food waste.
Respect for food is key here. For me, in the college, what I try to instill in the students is to do mise en place, which is prep just for what you need. So if it's 10 portions, you only prep for 10 portions. We are a green kitchen, so we try to instill this in the students. They all have the knowledge and the skills to recognize what can be saved, what can be vacuum sealed to increase the shelf life.
Second-year culinary student Chantel Ferrier says some people don't realize how much food can be saved when they're cooking.
Like if you're cooking with
at home,
food, at home, whatever, any food waste, you can make different broths, soups, anything can be blended up, make a soup, a sauce. So there's a lot of different things. You can make little salads with little pieces of like extra vegetables. Bones can go into making stock, so when you're done making something with a bone in it, you can always reheat it.
Maynard says developing consumers' shopping strategies is important too.
If you go to a grocery store, you guess what? You probably will be paying prime prices for meat products, seafood, shellfish. It's like, gone through the roof. So, it's a healthier choice to be on that, grains and, you're the grains and go in that direction.
Sveta Soloveva, Humber News.
When we come back, we'll tell you what's happening in the world of sports, and Alo Navarro Fernoy will have your 3-day forecast.
It's not that cold out right now, but there's a slight chance of rain. I'll have your 3-day forecast coming up after the break.
Fraternity brothers in the Philippines are protesting against the burial of late dictator Ferdinand Marcos, and they're doing it in the most unusual way. They're naked. Members of the Alpha Phi Omega ran through the university wearing masks to protest against Marcos. It's an annual run held since the late 1970s after Marcos banned a film criticizing his administration.
We are angry that they are trying to ignore our painful history of human rights abuses under his term.
Marcos ruled Philippines for nearly 2 decades, drawing attention from human rights groups. But for now, we leave you with some sad news from the entertainment world. Beloved actress Florence Henderson, best known as the mother on the Brady Bunch sitcom, has died.
The story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
Henderson's first graced TV screens in the 1950s in the musical Carousel, but it was the Brady Bunch that made her a household name. After the series, she became the first female guest host on The Tonight Show and later competed on Dancing with the Stars in 2010. Henderson died from heart failure with her family and friends by her side last night. She was 82 years old.